Well, we're here at the Australian Golf Club for the 2014 Australian Open. Mike Clayton joins me, a man who knows more about golf courses than anybody in this great country of ours. It's got very much a US feel about it. You walk in here now for the first time in a long time, and it sort of doesn't even feel like an Australian golf course.
Well, it's very green, and it's got pine trees on it, and it's the bunkers are distinctly American-shaped bunkers. They look like they're from Florida. So there isn't another course in the country with bunkers looking like this, where the sand is white and shaped the way they are. But not surprisingly, it's shaped that way because Jack's American, and that's the way he does things. So I think I don't think anyone would disagree that, it looks more American than any other course in the country. This is certainly, it's very manicured, it's very neat, it's very, for want of a better word, very American, but it's in great condition. And for players like McIlroy and Scott and Ogilvy, the best players here, it's a really difficult test.
Does it demand a different type of golf to be played around it?
Well, it's more through the air. Certainly, you've got to fly the ball through the air and stop it on greens that are angled to be played from one part of the fairway, which is a great part of the redesign. I think is that holes like the third, and the ninth, you've got to drive it down one half of the fairway to come to the greens that are angled distinctly to reward a shot played from the right half of the fairway. So if you go to the wrong side of the fairway, they're wide fairways, but if you go to the wrong side, the shot's much more difficult. It has that in common with Royal Melbourne, really. I mean, I think all great courses have that in common, that you don't just hit it down the middle of the fairway, you've got to figure out which part of the fairway you go to. So Jack's clearly built greens are orientated to favour shots coming in from a particular place and being shaped a particular way. And he, of course, was the best at that.
What's the biggest defence this golf course has got?
Well, it's always been the wind.
Yeah.
In no wind, it's not particularly, like most courses, it's not particularly difficult at all. But when you build a golf course on a windy side, you've got to make it easy when there's no wind, because when the wind comes up, they get to be a really good test. If you make them difficult with no wind, then they're impossible when the wind comes up.
It promised to be another fantastic event with obviously Adam Scott and Rory McIlroy expected to go duelling down Saturday and Sunday. A lot to look forward to.